Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Modern Christians will tell you that Christians chose to congregate on the day of the week, which we presently call Sunday, as a way to recognize and celebrate the resurrection of Jesus of Nazareth, an event which occurred or was discovered to have occurred early on the first day of the Hebrew week. That implies that modern Christians believe that the Sunday on which they congregate falls on the first day of the Hebrew week. Historical records confirm that the earliest Christians congregated on a day called Sunday. All indications are that the day on which the earliest Christians congregated fell on the same day of the Hebrew week as does the day that modern Christians congregate. I have not come across any evidence to suggest otherwise. But the reason which the earliest Christians give for congregating on that day differs from the reason which modern Christians give for congregating on that same day. So what is that reason? Perhaps you already know that Jesus of Nazareth died on the fourth day of the Hebrew week. If you didn't know that already, there are many resources on the internet which have dealt much more competently with that subject than I can, and for that reason I can only encourage you to access those resources and confirm it for yourself. But the long and short of it is this, that in order for the tomb of Jesus to be found empty early on the first day of the Hebrew week, after he spent 3 days and 3 nights in it, the latest he could have died would be the fourth day of the preceding week. On the night before he died, Jesus of Nazareth shared bread and a cup of wine with his disciples and instructed them to do the same in remembrance of him. So what were they to remember about him? Paul answers that question in 1 Corinthians 11:26 when he says, and I'll paraphrase that for as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you proclaim the death of our Lord until he returns. Therefore, the reason for the bread and the wine was to proclaim or commemorate not the resurrection of Jesus, but the death of Jesus. The first full day which Jesus of Nazareth spent in the state of death was the 5th day of the Hebrew week. Therefore, it makes sense that the day on which to commemorate his death would be the 5th day of the Hebrew week. The video titled Sabbath Day, which is on this channel, provides the proof that the 4th day of the Hebrew week falls on the day that we presently call Saturday. That means that the 5th day of the Hebrew week falls on the day that we presently call Sunday. That day is the same day that Christians today, as well as the earliest Christians, congregated every week. And so it is clear that the purpose for congregating on Sunday had nothing to do with the Sabbath day. And therefore it is not incompatible both to congregate on Sunday for those who believe that Jesus is the Messiah in obedience to the instruction which he gave them, and also to observe the Sabbath day. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and have a great day.